Hello and welcome to another Wannabe Entrepreneur. Today I want to speak about hate emails or comments, internet trolls, and how that's part of an entrepreneur life. You you have to share your project and you'll get some not so nice comments. And I'm actually going to go through a couple of the comments that I've received. And while I was collecting these comments for this episode, I actually noticed two things. First of all, I don't have that many bad comments actually. For some reason, once you share something and you get a comment that's not aligned with your thoughts, you always think that is an attack. But now that I'm reading with a cold head, more chilled, I can see that most of them are actually not that bad. Yeah, let's get started. I'm reading now some of the comments here in Hacker News. For instance, I got one which says, "Can you stop spamming show Hacker News?" which is funny, and it's funny in two ways. First of all, it's true. I do share a lot, and it makes sense that some people get upset. But there's so many threads that the fact that this person already saw mine twice, it probably also means that they are spending a lot of time in Hacker News, but I kind of understand. Then the next comment is, "What a scam. You are not building an app to fight climate change. You are trying to cash in on a trend to fill your pocket and ego, to feel like you did something while doing absolutely nothing of value. And stop spamming," by the way. This is a thread that I share where I shared my climate change app, Change It, and yeah, I mean, I just have to ignore it. I shouldn't give, airtime for these comments, but I think it's important because I think everyone receives these comments, and I guess it's first of all, it's part of the entrepreneur life, and second, I think it's important to speak about it because a lot of people can get discouraged about this. Now let's go to Reddit and read some of the comments that we have here. So one of the comments that I get more often is people actually complaining about my app, saying that it's not up to the individuals but to the big companies and governments. This happens every time, like literally every time I share, the people complain about this, which I understand their point, but it's so annoying that they keep on saying this. So here is I shared a post about my app, and one of the comments is just lol, which, okay, that's very constructive. And the second one is, "Send this to the oil companies." I mean, okay. Let's read the next one. Again, I shared another post about my app. I also noticed that I'm, really sharing a lot on Reddit. I can understand that people can get a bit upset. But in my defense, I have no idea how I can get more users, or at least free users, without using this forum. Reddit is great for this. And I have to say that I've been getting a lot of positive comments. Not that I'm reading through them, a lot of my posts, a lot of them are really nice, constructive feedback, and people really thanking for me to share my content and to create this app. So, we tend to focus on the bad things, but in general, there are a lot of positive things. But yeah, here another comment is, "It would be better for the climate if we didn't use phones, lol." Great, very constructive comment here. And sometimes I try to actually answer to them, but yeah, sometimes I just ignore it. Let's read the next one. Again, in another post of me sharing the app, this person says, "I find that cutting off people's feet is the best way to reduce footprints. Somebody might want to make an app for that," because I'm sharing and saying that this will help you reduce your carbon footprint, and this person decided to make a joke. Okay, I just find this is funny. This is actually not a troll. Well, it's a troll, but it's not a hate comment. And then this random person just asks, "How much do you charge to build an app?" I didn't answer. I think it's funny, trying to get some business here. Now this one is again on Reddit, when I shared one of our blog posts, the 3 reasons why small actions can impact climate change. And this person said, "This whole article is advertisement for an app, thinly veiled in platitudes." And this actually got 27 upvotes. And a lot of people agreeing with it. I mean, also some people coming in my defense. I don't agree, of course, that I'm also sharing my app, but I was also, in my opinion, bringing a lot of value with this post. Anyways, there's some hate there. Now, another one about another article. The article was how coronavirus affected climate change. I understand that I knew that this would bring a lot of controversial and maybe some hate comments because it's a controversial topic, but it was trending and I had to share it. And one person said, "Terrible article, clickbait title, do not waste your time. If you read it, don't forget to get the climate change app." So someone here pointing out the spam. I mean, yeah, fair enough, whatever they think. Next one. Now, this one is a bit more aggressive. Again, after me sharing my app, someone says, "No one needs this, majority don't give a fuck, so won't download. So go to do something worthwhile like hack the corporations, expose patent suppression that harms society advance and hoarding of information." And there's more. Yeah, it's quite hard to read. There's no comments or anything. But this person thinks that I should be hacking these corporations instead of building an app. Very constructive here. Another one here again for me sharing my app. This person says, another way to blame the evilness and pollution of evil corporations and governments on individual people. As I told you, there's a lot of these comments, people saying that instead of praising me because I'm trying to do something, they just complain and say that I should be attacking the companies. Great, yeah. And this is another one in that area, which is maybe send link to China and India, world's largest polluters, which again, it's really, really annoying and simply not true. Actually, the US and Europe were for a long time the largest polluters, and also we are responsible for, we actually consume a lot of the goods coming from China and India. So in the end, it's a world problem, not a single country problem. But yeah, this again happens a lot, and I keep on getting these comments. And the last one is actually a quite recent one. It's not about the climate change app, it's about wannabe entrepreneur. I shared an article with the 3 questions you can make yourself if you want to, or thinking on terminating your project. And this person just said, number 3 is stupid. And I asked, why do you think that? And he answered back, I answered back. So we were back and forth, and at some point he just said, you shouldn't have to speak to anyone. If you have to ask someone, then you are as pathetic as your blog. And so it's just a cheap attack on me, and up to them. Again, it's not. I was trying to see, because I got a more harsh email once with someone really calling me names, but then I deleted, and it's a pity because I wanted to read it. And look, I understand that when you're treating your project as your own baby, and you see some of these attacks, it's really hard not to take it personally. And here is my thoughts, and hear me out. I'm not sure if you think the same, but first of all, what I try to do is I stop treating my project as my baby and think on it on my business and on my company. So I don't think that when they are doing this, I don't think that they are personally attacking me. I think that they are for some reason attacking my business, and it's part of the business. And I treat it always in a professional way, which means if it's a constructive feedback, something that I can actually get some ideas from and can help me improve my product, then I will definitely read it, and I will answer, and I will write it down always in my Trello board. If it's something that is not constructive at all, I just see it as part of the business, as a collateral of sharing my app, and I completely ignore it. And the more you do this, you'll get used to it. In the first first 8 comments, you'll get a bit down, but then you just go with the flow and you completely forget about it. Another thing is, do not focus on the bad comments. It's really hard not to, but for instance, in these bad comments, in this thread, there were actually 40 or 50 upvotes and 1 bad comment. So there were 50 people that actually liked the app and just didn't say anything about it. And there's also a lot of good comments. So try to focus on that, and do not let the bad comments guide you, because that's simply not true. They are the minority. Even though they really affect and really impact, they are the minority most of the times. Either way, haters gonna hate, right? And again, it's completely part of it. So do not get discouraged if you get these hate mails, these hate comments. Just try to get something positive out of them. If you can't, just ignore them. And yeah, do not let this discourage you, because it's it's not worth it. It's definitely not worth it, and it's part of the business. So if you are doing this, everyone that is sharing their work, there will be criticism. And if you get critics, it's actually good. To be honest, I rather have bad comments than have no response at all, because no response is actually what hurts the most. It means that no one is even paying attention to you. So if someone is giving you bad comments, at least it means that someone is paying attention to your work, and that's always positive. Yeah, that's my 2 cents in this topic. I hope it helped. And this was another Wannabe Entrepreneur. See you tomorrow.